relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I breathe. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Say no goodbye, girl, let me take away ourselves.
Greetings, kings and queens. Welcome to another Real Stuff podcast. You know, the train is on the track, but a little distraction. So we're still running. We got Flavius here with us this morning.
Good morning, Franco. Good morning, listeners. Good morning, viewers.
Morning, sir. Them have a saying, say, what no broke, don't fix it. If it not broke, no fix it. And it is a true saying. Ah, boy. It not broke, don't fix it, my boss. Don't fix it.
Yeah, let's go.
Just make sure everything is running properly. Just gonna give you a little music, and then we get right into what did you know.
Walking on sand and holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland. Enjoying the bright, the warm sunlight. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight. In my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely best. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance, or sing and shout. In my own homeland. Give yourself a treat, a few days or a week, and you will see just what I mean. Just take my advice, everyone is nice. You feel like royalty, my friend. pulsating, vibrating, reggae, reggae, reggae. Every sky rock, a steady mental, a quadrillion, a coming up. You can fill your belly with the coconut jelly, mango, papa, cane and Guinea. There's a key in a saltfish and a roast yam and banana. Curried goat and a managed water. The Sunday special if you like a revival. Catholic, Baptist or Pentecostal. The house of Jah is there, have no fear. Walk right in and get your share. I'm walking on sand. I'm holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. In my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. A homeland, my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland. My own homeland.
This is your very own sports, music, and lifestyle podcast with Flavius and Franco. Welcome.
Yes, indeed. We're back again with the Real Stuff podcast. And this is yours truly, Franco, along with
And this is Flavius. Yes.
Yes, as we say, we had some technical problems this morning. And as my mother always say, if it no broke, no fix it. And I did learn that, you know, he is hard,
Yeah.
man. He is hard.
Mhm.
He is hard. He is hard. Yes, so
All right,
let's go. Let's go.
okay, we're gonna go. I mean, as our usual feature, although we are running late, but we still started at the beginning, and we're looking at our Did You Know, and we are still keeping with our high achieving ladies in the Caribbean, ladies who have gone into politics. Politics was once known as a man's world, but quite a few women have gone in and have, of course, did extremely well as we expect them to. So we are showcasing them for this week and probably part of next week. So, Arthur, morning, Arthur, please take it away.
Jeannie Atherton. Born, 1948. The Honourable Jeannie J. Atherton CA, CPA, JP, MP. Leader of the Opposition, Bermuda. Jeannie Atherton is a Bermudian politician and the current leader of the opposition. Early life and education. Jeannie Atherton was exposed to community involvement and politics at an early age as both of her parents, Erskine and Pearl Adderley, sat on numerous boards and her mother, Pearl Adderley, ran for Parliament in 1968. Atherton graduated from the Berkeley Institute and McGill University where she attained a Bachelor of Commerce. Additionally, she has obtained a Chartered Accountant designation. Career. Atherton began to make her own community contributions, which included serving on the Board of Governors of the Bermuda College, becoming president of the Harrington Sound PTA and joining the Education Planning Team, EPT, in order to help shape a new direction for education. In 2008, she was appointed to the Senate for the United Bermuda Party, UBP. Prior to that, Atherton had served as a branch chairman for the UBP, and had been offered a place in the upper house by Sir John Swan in 1994, but had avoided the front lines of politics because of work and family commitments. Her public service roles ranged from education to health. While being in the Senate, she was appointed to serve as a member of the Parliamentary Joint Select Committee on Education. In 2009, she served as one of the 6 members appointed by the Governor to sit on the Boundaries Commission. She was appointed chairwoman of the UBP in July 2010 and rose to opposition Senate leader 4 months later. The UBP subsequently merged with the New Bermuda Democratic Alliance to create the One Bermuda Alliance in 2011, with Ms. Atherton becoming deputy chairman of the new entity. She declared her candidacy in Constituency 19, Pembroke West, under the OBA in November 2011, and won her first seat in Parliament as its representative in the general election of December 2012, beating her brother, Erwin, who ran as an independent candidate. In May 2014, Ms. Atherton joined the Cabinet as Minister of Health, Seniors and the Environment, with the environment portfolio going to Cole Simons 2 years later. Atherton was appointed Leader of the Opposition on the 21st of November 2017. She had served as Shadow Minister of Finance after the OBA's electoral defeat in July returned the party to the opposition. Atherton is the Vice President and Account Executive for Paragon Brokers, Bermuda, Limited. Personal life. Atherton is a wife and mother of 2 daughters. She is an avid sportsperson. She plays netball, volleyball and golf and has serves as President of the Bermuda Netball Association and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of St. George's Golf Course. Her contributions were recognized in her selection as one of Bermuda's 2 outstanding young persons. Cecile Ellen Fleuret La Grenade, the 30th of December 1952, Her Excellency Dame Cecile Ellen Fleuret La Grenade, GCMG, OBE, PhD, DSc. Governor General of Grenada. Dame Cecile Ellen Fleuret La Grenade, GCMG, OBE, born the 30th of December 1952, is a Grenadian food scientist, who serves as Governor General of Grenada, Carrizo, and Petite Martinique. Dr. Cécile La Grenade was sworn in as Governor-General of Grenada on the 7th of May 2013 as the nation's first female Governor-General. Early life and education. Cécile La Grenade is the third of 5 daughters born to educators and public servants, Alan A. La Grenade MBE and his wife, Sybil Sylvester La Grenade, Vaste, and her maternal grandmother, Mary Louise Eva Olivier Sylvester, was the first woman in the British Windward Islands ever to serve on the Legislative Council of her country, after being the first female to be elected to the position in 1952, less than 1 year after she obtained universal women's suffrage. Dame Cécile was born in La Barrie, Grenada, but lived for most of her life in St. Paul's. She attended the St. Louis Girls RC School, and then St. Joseph's Convent in St. George's. She holds a bachelor's degree in chemistry from the University of the West Indies, as well as a master's degree and a doctorate in food science from the University of Maryland in College Park, Maryland. Career. La Grenade is a U.S.-trained food scientist. She holds a bachelor's degree in chemistry from the University of the West Indies, as well as a master's degree and a doctorate in food science from the University of Maryland in College Park, Maryland. Her appointment as Governor-General was announced during the same week as the death of Grenada's first female governor, Dame Hilda Bino. Interestingly, Bino was also the goddaughter of Dame Cécile La Grenade's maternal grandfather, Dr. Cyril I. St. Bernard Sylvester, who was himself a distinguished educator and lifelong public servant. Honors and awards. Dr. Cécile La Grenade was appointed a Dame Grand Cross of the Order of St. Michael and St. George by Queen Elizabeth II on the 14th of May 2013. Dame Cécile was conferred the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, DSc, by the University of the West Indies on the 18th of October 2014. I am Arthur Kaiser, with Did You Know for the Real Stuff podcast.
Yes, that was hot. With Did You Know? Did You Know? Brought to you courtesy of Slowly Jamaica, uniquely Caribbean.
Yeah, hope you are listening keenly, to know some of the people, because what you find is most of the heads of government are male, and you hear about them, and you hear less about the female of the species. But they are putting their solid contribution into this whole political process. In fact, during the election debate in Jamaica recently, that was a big item topic. The gender balance in Parliament. And I must say it has gone up considerably on both sides of the house. People are really engaging females, and they are also engaging the youth. So you find that the Parliament now is fairly young. You have a few people that everybody figures should not be in there anymore, but they are still there. But I suspect by the next time around, the Parliament will be very, very youthful and with a lot of female.
Yeah, but how ironic it is now that the People's National Party have put up another female nominee to lead the party. So the voting, should be known pretty soon.
Yeah.
If she's elected.
And the present leader, he said, like in the Senate where the people are selected and not elected, he actually selected 4 female and 4 men. Perfect balance. for the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the People's National Party race is concerned, somebody did a poll. Now, you have two front runners presently. You might have some more later on, but Mark Golden and Lisa Hanna. And the poll shows that Lisa Hanna, in the polls, doubled Mark Golden.
Mm-hmm.
She was like 20 points and he was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that will play out in the real election. But the preliminary, the first poll on that, she was leading by far. Double.
The voting is the delegates going to vote?
So the November the 7th, that's the voting date.
Yeah, who vote?
So between now and October, sometime in early October, we have,
I'm asking who vote? Is it delegates? From
only
the party?
Delegates.
Okay.
Party officials and the official party delegates.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the election will be run by the delegates. Yeah, delegates. And what they normally do, everybody normally come to one location and vote. But this year, because of COVID, everybody will vote in their own parish. And the election will be conducted by the Electoral Office of Jamaica. So it's big and official, and everybody should be satisfied when the results come out. So they're going to confirm a voters list soon, and then they're going to accept nominations, and then on the 7th they vote. One spot up for grabs. The leader of the People's National Party.
And it's the same person going to be the president, right? The leader of the opposition and the president of the party.
No, what they're voting for the president of the party.
Okay.
The leader of the opposition is not voted by the delegates. No. They are voting by the member of parliament.
And who them decide for that one?
I don't know. I would imagine it will be in other normal circumstances. It will be the leader of the party.
The same person.
It's the leader of the party. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let's see it play out now.
I don't see them changing from that. Now, the other big news that we spoke a little about yesterday, and it's even got even bigger now, is the CXC. Because more people are complaining, everybody's complaining. So the head of the CXC has actually put together a committee, you could call it, to investigate and iron out all the problems. So that's official now. The CXC has decided that they must have an inquiry and audit of exactly what happened and why this uproar is there, what caused it, and how they can fix it. So I would imagine in very short order, we will hear something positive about that. So everybody is up in arms. It's parents, students, teachers, countries. The CXC Secretariat or Secretary Management, the CXC Management have actually met with all the education ministers of all the countries. So they have a first meeting and to see exactly what's the problem. And now they have put together a body to investigate. So I think that is moving in the right direction. probably shouldn't have reached where it did, but they are trying to make it right.
Hope them
I don't
fix
know
it up
all
soon. Hope them fix it up soon.
No, man, that's an immediate thing, you know. That's an immediate thing. Like I said, school start back. Some school have started back already. Some is starting back in different countries. And of course, those results have implications for people going to university. So people getting jobs, all these things. Well, it's a lot of implications they have. So they have to get it right. I think they did what you did, Franco. I think they changed something this year. And I cannot see how they can change something this year when there was so much pressure and so many problems with the COVID-19 and all that. And on top of that, now they went and changed some marking procedure or something like that.
Big mistake.
Yeah, something working properly, you leave it alone.
Yeah.
Or if you want to change it, you change it over time, especially when people are not under pressure. Everybody was under pressure even to have the exams. It was a big debate. All the different countries having different ideas of what should be done and all that. So I think that they made a bad move of making these changes now. And my training tells me that when you make changes, you have to have a proper walkthrough of it to get out all the glitches. You can't just throw it in like that. You know, they should take a year and have some little exams and do those, you know, some mock exams and do those and send out the results and get a feedback. They just throw it into the whole big thing. I mean, it's people's lives we're talking about, you know.
Hey, on the subject, on that same subject of schools and school children, you know, I usually like forget the early news, like about 2 o'clock in the morning. That's ABC World News.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best news coming out of the US right now for me. And all you hear these, what you call them now, heads of government or politicians or so-called, what you call it, advisors are saying that children are immune to the virus. Came up last night. They're a bunch of liars. Them have one guy who sit beside the president and give him all of these advice. And on top of it is telling people to do away with wearing the mask. No.
Really?
Yes. A guy them called Atlas. Now it has been proven because they're testing children with going back to school and things like that. And they find out that making up the numbers now, you know, because America have like 7 million people infected with the virus already, and 206,000 dead. And out of the numbers, they're making up the numbers now with the new infection is students, school children going back to school. You even have teachers in the state of Florida are protesting. A lot of them resign, not going back in the classroom because it's not properly set up. They give them a time frame, October 14th to the 24th. They should get everything set up and in place. And then you have this governor now who's pleasing the president or trying to please the president, whichever way, along with some advisors. I'm telling people now, you give them until October the 5th to get them back into classrooms face to face. And teachers are protesting. I mean, it might even have a court battle because that's not the agreement that they made with the teachers. And all of a sudden, they start lift restriction because a lot of celebration going on in the state of Florida because the teams, them have them hockey team just won championship last night, and the NBA team now reached the NBA finals. So it's a whole chaos. Some county bars open up, everything in full swing. Phase 3 is in operation. So they have predicted that between now and say by Thanksgiving, there might be another shutdown because a lot of people will get infected. We are number 3. The Florida state is number 3 in the country when it comes to infection and death as well. Even though New York, on the scale of 32,000 death, their infection rate is low, while Florida infection rate is rising. We're number 3. So let's see what plays out, because I know this is going to be a real tussle, because teachers are holding their ground and these heads of government, for some reason, I don't know, it just stated this morning that worldwide 1 million people died already. Worldwide.
Yeah, I heard that number. Yeah, I heard that number.
Yeah, and the US are leading in terms of death rate. 200,000. Don't remember who's behind them, if it's Brazil. Even Brazil up in there too.
Yeah, Brazil, that's all. Yeah, Brazil, yeah.
Oh, because them are some social butterflies too. Everybody wants to go out, but I don't see no cleaning up a go on. And if it's an airborne infection, then I strongly think they should be cleaning the atmosphere. The need for clean up. So I don't know. I look back on it and I'm looking at the smaller countries, them, and I'm saying, when this thing, if it hit them, they're going to hit bad.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to, and deadly.
No question about that.
Because I know the death rate at Jamaica go up one by one. It going to go up faster too. One by one.
No, we are getting about 8 per day now,
Death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. People are
one time just about 8 per day in cases. But cases now are 100, 150 going up per day now. And deaths are about 8 per day. So we are in deep.
Things don't look good now. It don't look good, I mean, I tell you. It's a good dread, because we have an election coming up not far. And it's going to be similar to like Jamaica, one of the only differences, them have early voting kick off in some states already, and a few more states going start in October. So that is a little bit different than the actual election day, when a lot of people go and stand in line and people are kill people over social distancing already. People are kill, man shot a man and kill him in a Walmart over the weekend.
Come to
and it's all about mask and distancing. So they ask people who were in the store and might, actually witness the shooting to come forward.
Yeah.
Plus them a check the store cameras for see, what really happened. But them still need people who were eyewitnesses. It dread, man. It dread. A whole heap of little thing are going. Not many people can take the pressure of this thing, Yeah. But we have some things we need to talk about this morning too as well. Things we are going all about. You were mentioning yesterday something about Barbados.
What about them?
Something that they I don't know if it was the same resolution they have passed about how they're going to fix up their country They're going to get people involved in working. How many millions allocated for help small business and the citizen. That might be one of the few countries that I have seen, have a plan like that lined out already.
Yeah, that is. I think that is really, really a great movie. At least they know where they are.
Mm-hmm.
They are put it out there. This is where we are, and this is.
Yeah, because in that same proposal or resolution, I'm going to say proposal because it's something that they want to get done. They mention about things that the country still use, they want to get rid of, like the same pit toilets.
Oh yeah.
They want to phase them out as best as possible. We know some of that still in function also in Jamaica.
Yeah, in fact, we had some in schools.
Yes, last year a friend of mine who traveled frequently into the parish, a Sentan, was telling me about a particular school.
Yeah.
I think even Mr. Alan Cunningham too came on the show and mentioned something about a project that they did to change out pit toilets to flushing toilets.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that.
No, yeah, but you can believe it easily, man. Because the main problem is not setting up these toilets or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is consistent supply of water.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't have water, it can't work. So water is the main problem. They have to solve the water problem first before them can correct that.
When you say solve water problem, I always say solve water problem. I mean distribute the water much better. Because we have so much water.
Solving the water problem that?
We have so much water. Them need to figure out how them are going to make pipelines.
Franco, let me tell you. What we have not been doing. And me as a systems analyst, this is what I do when I work. You have a problem, so you get the problem and you understand the problem. And you do your feasibility study, get all the information.
Mm-hmm.
And then you design a comprehensive solution for the entire problem. And then, based on availability and money or whatever, you can say, okay, let's do this one now. Let's do the other one now. So, but you know exactly what is to be done in totality. They don't do that. What they do is, a little problem arrives, and then try and fix it. But looking at the entire thing and say, fixing this don't make any sense. They will fix the whole thing, so and everything will go down to that one. That one will be fixed automatically. So we spend a lot of little money, waste a lot of little money, and the problem can come back next week because we have not fixed the entire thing. I can tell you point blank. I was working at the Water Resources Authority for about 1972. 1 year, almost 1 year. So I can't tell you about anything about water in Jamaica. And I don't think we have less water. Of course, we have more people and we have more houses and all that. But that is not a major problem because the water we have is always in excess. Two, we know where every drop of water is. Because that was the mandate of that water resources, is to go out and find all the water, measure all the water, know exactly how much water, where it flows, how strong is the flow, and this is per day, you know.
And them have all of this on data, right?
Well, them have all of this from I was there, which is 1972. So you will know, Franco, you will know that. Okay, we have this river in Clarendon, and we'll know that in May, in the rainy season, they have X amount of gallons of water flowing through it each day. At the peak of the rainy thing, the ice going to come past this bridge. We know all of these things.
Okay.
I was a part of the team that measured all of that stuff. And you calculate it, and you make your comparisons. So, and I know I have been up there a few years ago just to visit, you know, because I know everybody. And they have computerized everything. But I think the problem lies is that when they're doing them planning or not planning or whatever, I don't think for the most part they invite that agency.
They shut them out and do them things.
Totally ridiculous. They will know where you can dig a well. They will know, you know, everything. Especially in hurricane and flood time, they know which river going to flood, which bank. They know all kind of things. They know everything.
True. As I
St.
said,
Elizabeth about these two major rivers, right? They have the big Black River, which is I think the longest river, if not the biggest. Black River Black River take boats. Boats go up Black River every day, so you know. They have the widest river. It's part of the widest, you know, the widest falls is the river. And you have other rivers. And yet every day you hear that sent to the breadbasket of Jamaica and don't have no water.
Yeah, it's true because I went there and some guys took me around to maybe about a mile down the road. Took me to a tank and said to me, what do you think happened to that? I mean a big tank, you know. So what do you think wrong with that? So I'm looking at it, I said, empty. Him say, maybe not. But all it needs is just a pump. And the member of parliament tell us that them not have the money to fix it. That's all it need, a pump.
Yeah, but you see,
and it's a truck them have to deliver water to these people.
Yeah, sometimes the pump won't help, you know. Because depending on how them carry the water. Look where I live now. We have water like dirt. We are one of the heaviest rainfall areas in Jamaica. And we have a lot of rivers and, you know, I mean, physically, up to when I spoke to the candidate who came and checked before election, I told him that over 30 years, been offering water to the forest house and I know them don't. Right? So we have more water.
And I know the cast of that.
I can get a story on that. But the bottom of the community where Delia lives, that they are served by the water commission. And the water commission is pumping water uphill to them. And 90% of the time they don't have water. 90 or probably 95. And because them pumping the water uphill every minute, that pump burn up.
So
when all they needed to do is capture all the water of my area send it down, gravity feed. No pump. It goes down to half of the area. And one of the problems with that, is that jurisdiction thing, Because council control our section and water commission, the bottom section. And none of them not giving. So the water commission people don't want the water from up here go down there because they will lose control.
Are you kidding me?
No. That is a fact.
So the brother will let the people them
there,
suffer.
But they are suffering. Every now and again, them bring a truck. And people have to make sure they're at home so them can go full some tank.
And that's a waste of time because I've seen it. That's what I'm telling you. I saw it in St. Elizabeth and I'm like, this is crazy. We're supposed to bypass all of them things here already. We're not that backward.
What about money? You're about waste time. What about money?
With that backward, we still are living at them Stone Age thing.
Franco, what we need, let me tell you, we need to stop the argument about poor people. I don't believe in the poor people thing. What we need to do is to eradicate poverty. We have to get everybody in the country to a certain standard, and that standard is a standard of living, good living standard. So people don't have to worry about water.
That's a good hard for you.
No, it's not hard. It's very easy. All you want is the resolve. All you want is the resolve that you sit down on a table and you say, okay, what is our plan? What we want to do? Okay, we want to make sure everybody have running water in their house. And we map it out. Where the water coming from? We bring in the underground water authorities and them can tell you where you can get water from.
Whether you believe it or not.
That when you done that exercise, then you look and say where the money can come from.
Whether you believe it or not. I don't know what ism Jamaica is under, if it's nationalism or capitalism, but whatever ism it's under, they need poverty to be alive and well so that them system can function. Because without it, system can't function.
That is the capitalist system, You have to have poverty.
They need it.
For it to work.
Not capital.
No, but we need to leave that. We need to leave that. We need to leave that out of it and get a proper system. That's why I always bemoan all these so-called economists and all these who go to university and all that, Because they're not coming up with any practical solution. Jamaica shouldn't be running under any prescribed or established system. We are bright enough to craft a system for ourselves. Look on Canada. Canada is supposed to be a big capitalist country. But basically it is not. It's a huge socialist country. Because the people must come first. You have to make sure that people live. I would love to see a Jamaica where the only time you see a zig fence is when you have a construction site.
Certain things, yes, we would love to see a lot of stuff. We know the well-thinking mind politicians who think like us. I go and say, he or she no born yet. He or she no born yet.
But Franco, all we need to do, each town, we start with each town. Look at Anasabi. Anasabi was one of the most powerful towns in Jamaica from way back. And based on Anasabi's location, it is the transport hub of this part of Jamaica. And yet, when you pass it, you kind of get the feeling that it's a one road town. But not a bit a huge town with a big population. But every down some little things behind something sense. We have to get rid of that. We have to build up these towns and bring them in the 21st century. Let people have a nice house, no matter how small it is, board or concrete or whatever. Everybody have water in them pipe. Kids can feel good when them go to school. Can you imagine you go to school, Santo, and your friend can't come visit you?
You know, Dan said something to me a while back about politics. And him say, you see, we as citizens talk, you have people who think like we, who go in a politics for make the change. And when them get there, them can't even do it. Because
I know why.
Yeah, because it's either them get caught up in it or people tie them hands. That everything them put forward, every proposal they make and put forward, it's shut down. We don't have the funding for that. And eventually them get frustrated and fed up. And so forget them. You know?
I think that every member of parliament should, on the first day of office, set out a plan of what they want to see in 5 years. They might not achieve everything, but when the 5 years done and them run and lose or whatever, it's a little bit. Improving the things that it can't go back to where it was. And the next man come and do the same thing. After a while, the old Jamaica will be built up.
Oh yes, that's what I say. We are thinking that way, but these politicians are not thinking how we think. Or the average man think, the politicians, and when them get there, them don't think like that no more.
No, but let me tell you something. The parish councils should never be the way they are. They should never be controlled by a ministry in the government. They should be their own entity.
And you tell this to all them guys there already. You send them the information that you share with us.
Yes, I talk to people, and and the bottom line is that the politicians now will not want to do something like that because then them lose control.
Exactly.
What we need to do, let me tell you, what we need to do, we need to, each parish must look after itself.
I'm going to tell you a project. You and I and Ansel spoke about this already in Central Kingston. That waste management, water, where run through the gully and mess up the place, stink up the place. And you had mentioned to him, he must tackle it when the new member of parliament come in.
Yeah.
All right, there's a new member of parliament. We're going to see how long it's going to take for them to do that. So I hope Ansel will listen and continue with him, submit.
We need to contact him and see, where him, what he has done to date since the new government over. And even how we can help,
Yeah, see if Ansel will present that to him.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see how long them take for remedy that.
But the new member of parliament is the best person now,
I remember you said it to Ansel. Because that's the best person.
He's a brother of the mayor. and the mayor's job is to make the city look as it can.
Mm-hmm.
So between the member of parliament and the mayor, that's a very easy fix. Very easy fix. You have to the law to the chicken company. That's all simple.
Mm-hmm.
And big and powerful, but they have to spend some money and find a better way to treat with that situation.
True.
Because it can't be left like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it should never be like that at all. And I think if you put a formal proposal to them, I think they will work with it because it's also in their best interest.
All right, let's see if we can agree on this. Let's give ourselves 3 projects for the year. 3 projects, and we're looking at three projects that we can tackle. High-speed internet throughout the whole of Jamaica, where we're going to fight them with it.
So
and
basically, we can leave it alone for the time being.
Hold on. We still going to have it on the list. High-speed internet.
Okay.
We're going to have this project in Central Kingston, right? And then the next one is see if they can come up with a comprehensive plan. That's a far-fetched one now, a comprehensive plan of how to deal with poverty.
Yeah.
Even if it started out with them doing seminars, workshops, getting people involved, private sector have to play them role as well. It can't just be the government. Because people are telling me, but the private sector job is to make money. Yes, but the private sector also have to give back to the community in order for people to spend money with them.
Let me tell you, one of the biggest things with poverty in Jamaica, you as a person in the ghetto, but you're very, you work very hard, and you probably don't eat sometimes, but you make sure you send your kids to a school like KC or one of these schools, Woolman's or what, and you beat them head, and you make sure them do them work, and them come out, and them do very well. And when them come out and try to make a job, they must have an auntie up to somewhere, our uncle or somebody, our friend, to beg them to use them address.
That's been around for years.
But it's time has come to disappear.
It's been around for years, my friend.
If we cannot solve that simple problem, we're not going anywhere. And poverty can be eradicated if we can, because these are the youth that can come and eradicate the poverty. Instead of everybody said, "Oh, okay." You find a way, you do your work, you find a way. Well, where do? You have to move out of the area.
As I said, we're gonna do some work now. Cause remember, we have a guest came on the show.
That project I would work on every day.
All right, we had a guest that came on the show months ago. Good friend of yours too, and he said to us, we have to stop being a generation of mutters, because if we continue to talk and don't do no action, our generation going to fail. We just talk and never do anything.
Yes.
So now we have the platform. Let us do work on this project. I want to promote a song before the show finished this morning because we got extended hours this morning because we started late based on technical problem. And this song, I mean, I don't know how much texts you get, but I'm getting texts on, you know, a daily basis to people like the song. Some people even start liking the artist as well. So it's a surprise to me that the artist been around for years, and it, you know, let them say, old wine, the longer the wine stay, the much better it is. All right. So you know the song I'm talking about as well. So I know people send me texts, say them love the song, them like it. So I decide to put it on our podcast rotation, so it can play on a daily basis. So I'm gonna give a little piece of it this morning again, and then we'll come back in our conversation. Caribbean hot topic with Flavius and Franco. What you say?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Sure.
I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you to my home to be with me forever. I really love you, baby. Really love you, baby. Want you forever. Really love you, baby. Really want you, baby. I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you to my home to be with me forever. I really love you, baby. Really love you, baby. Want you forever. Really love you, baby. Really want you, baby. Love I will give you is so powerful, so special. Under your skin it will flow through your veins. My love's insane. This love I give, I just can't stop. I just can't stop. It's in your face, even when you turn your back. And just like a magnifying glass, the heat that I transmit will melt your heart. Oh, I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you to my home to be with me forever. Really love you, baby. Really love you, want you forever and ever. Really want you, baby. Really want you, baby. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, forever and ever. Yeah, yeah. I know you're wondering why my love is so strong. It's 'cause I see something in you pushing me on. The day you try to chase my love away is when you know my love was meant to stay. 'Cause this love I give, I just can't stop. It's in your face, oh yeah. When you turn your back, I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you home with me forever. Oh, really want you, baby. Really love you, baby. Want you forever. Ever. Really want you, baby. Really want you, baby. Love I will give you is so powerful.
So powerful indeed. Want you forever. I'm gonna finish it out because I know somebody listening right now wanna hear it, and I don't want to get no, what you call it,
Yeah.
no dirty text. So let me play it out.
You're back. Hey, it's just like a magnifying glass. Yeah, the heat that I transmit will melt your heart. Hey, I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you home, be with me forever. Yeah.
Whoa.
This one
Yeah.
is a bombshell.
Well, this one is a bombshell.
Yeah.
Wicked tune, man. Wicked tune. Them say every once in a while you get a good song, you know.
Yeah, man.
Every once in a while. And when it hit, I tell you, it's like it just wake up all your soul, you know.
This family don't pan one man.
I tell you. As I tell you, you know, when me first hear the voice back in the days, a boopsie. You know, but it was a familiar voice in one of those festival competition. I think it was 1975 or 76. So around about the time when either Big Hill boat win with Freddie McKay. Yeah, Big Hill boot and a barefoot pants. But then in the 80s now, hear the voice is Dear Boopsie. And I say, yeah, that was the same voice, you know. And of course, that was one of my favorite Pamal songs, Dear Boopsie. Mm-hmm. The letter and then Loving Dear, that one too. I think Loving Dear did a reply to it, you know. But it's to find it. Yeah, so we're back with the real stuff.
Wrote it and probably wrote the reply to.
Yeah, so we're back with the Real Stuff podcast. We're talking Caribbean hot topics, and one of the things on our agenda this morning is poverty.
Yeah, poverty is right around the Caribbean, you know, different, you know, different amounts, different, you know, but it's something that we have to look. We can't even consider poverty. What we need to look at is that we have to set, instead of setting a minimum wage and all this madness what them doing, they need to set a living standard level. And said no family must live below this level. No matter how poor or whatever, this is the bottom line. The few things I'm totally against and work very hard to fix. That is one of them. Is that we have a minimum living standard. Because it's simple, you know. Maslow said in his hierarchy of needs, as the pyramid goes up, you cannot move from one level unless you satisfy the level you are on. You're at the bottom. If you don't live nowhere and you have no food to eat, you're struggling like that day to day, hand to mouth, can't be able to find chicken back. How will you ever come up with the ideas and the thoughts that can make Jamaica great? It's very obvious, you know, that if everybody is living a comfortable life, Jamaica will be able to achieve more, or the whole Caribbean will be able to achieve more, because we can leave the bottom rung and move to the next rung. So we want to see as many people as possible move from the bottom rung to the next rung of the ladder going up. Very, very, very important. And the next thing we need to tackle is Even in the last debate in Jamaica, and I'm sure in the other countries, government always speak about building houses. Them build 70,000 houses, this amount of houses. And I think that's the most disgraceful things
You know,
that you can ever.
I want to say something as you touch on the housing. I
Hold
don't
on,
know. I
let me
don't.
not finish. We have to stop building houses. It has proven that houses do not help us. When you look on the big scale of standard of living, houses does not help your standard of living. No matter what. No matter how big your house is or how small your house is. So government must not have on the plan to build houses. Government must start building communities. I mean, Portmore is the biggest example. They made a huge mistake building Portmore. And then they made it even worse building Greater Portmore. But they had chances in Tivoli, they had Mona, they had Aberview. We had a lot of experience in building houses. Catherine Hall. We need to build community. I've never heard one of them say, okay, I build a community. It has 60 houses. It have a park for the kids. It have a football field. It have a primary school. It have 2 churches. And it have a little shopping center where you can go buy your grocery. That is what government must start building. And that will improve our standard of living. So you are part of a full community. You have space. You have space for the mechanic people. You have space. All of these things you plug in. All of these things you plug in. Because when you build all these houses and then it has no amenities, next thing a man can start a garage in the yard and it spill over upon the road. All of a sudden, all the old cars them park in front of other people's house. And the whole grease upon the road. We have to plan. It's the same thing about the holistic planning. We're not doing that. We're doing towards piecemeal thing. And the piecemeal thing get us into trouble. In fact, I won't say for sure, but I know for sure that all of the parish councils in Jamaica don't have a planner. I'll be surprised if more than 1 or 2 have a professional planner that can say, this is how you lay out this. This is what we should do. And then you get the people to fill into it.
That's something you should check out.
I did. In fact, me and my friend offered the service to the St. Mary Parish Council at one point in time. Because my friend is a professional planner, the architect planner. I know the answer was?
No, they don't need you guys.
No, they need us and they welcome us and they would want us tomorrow morning.
But
there's nothing in the budget for that.
the but is there. Yeah, what I was gonna ask you, if you heard about I don't know if you see it in the paper. There's a couple living under the bridge at Edgewater for the past 10 years. And I'm saying
Somebody was asking me about
how do that they allow that to happen?
What do you mean? I mean, you allow it to happen.
Yeah, but somebody live on a bridge, live on that bridge where traffic drive over, and they live under that for 10 years. When rain fall, if you read the article, when rain fall, all of that rainwater blowing on them. And the girl, she's asthmatic. She even have another
Franco,
sickness.
you remember Andrew? And when we went to the plaza to make phone call, how many under the bridge people that were there?
Yeah, but they're not there no more. So that's what I'm telling you.
Because the government build houses for them.
For 10 years, this you tell me say nobody don't see that. No government heads don't see that. If you say boy them people I need for move. If you can move people off of the sidewalk and put them inside a building and say this is where you're supposed to go and sell. And you don't see somebody living under a bridge for 10 years.
What about those people that don't live anywhere, that live on the street? They're still there.
Yes, but I'm telling you, this one here, if this one can't hit the news, this is that means this is deadly.
I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying, these are everyday occurrences. I don't know if you know about our own community.
How we gonna expect them to tackle poverty?
Franco, you heard about the community. It's a gay set who used to live in the gully in New Kingston.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay.
Well, they move them?
They move them and then them go somewhere else and them couldn't stay because of them behavior and all kind of madness with them. But the problem is that these things happen everywhere in Jamaica. In fact, in the rural Jamaica.
But you see what you just touched? They move them. They did move them.
Yeah.
But this couple live there for 10 years. Nobody no move them. If they move them, if they make an attempt or something, if they move them and them come back. Yes, we understand.
Franco, something missing from my statement. They did not move them because they figured they should not be there or for them best interests. They moved them because them used to come out at night and rob people in New Kingston. That is why they moved them.
Regardless, this thing here is deplorable. Honestly.
But these people under the bridge are trying to live a good life. They're not thief nobody. So
people are rob them too. People are rob them as well.
Yeah. Of course people are rob them.
No, but it must be a sore eye for you know say this is a place I think it's Edgewater. It must be a sore eye for people know say you have some people live under a bridge and nothing.
But even the community organization or somebody must could have done something.
That's one of the reasons why when the guy who write the article, him himself can't even believe that those couple been living there for 10 years and nobody pay attention.
And 10 years a long time.
That's what I'm saying. 10 years and nobody paid attention.
Well, them probably can't move them again because them claim that spot now as for them own.
No, them want to move because things are get worse for them. But nobody's giving them. Nobody not reach.
Like that, Franco.
Not even family member reach out to them. So it's very deplorable.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Anyway, I think it's time for us to pack up our stuff and hit the road again.
Hit the road, Jack.
Uh-huh. So once
Make
again,
sure you come back.
let me apologize once again for the late delay this morning. For those who have signed on early, as we usually do, and didn't hear us or see us, well, our time still remains 10 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time 9. Daylight Saving Time 10. So it's that time again, Flavius.
Yes, it has been a wonderful morning, apart from us having our difficulties, but the show must go on, and it did go on this morning, and I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. So, we overcame, the whatever was happening did not really gotten the better of us completely. So we are very happy about that.
For this week, our guest tomorrow will be Coach Valney Brown. He'll be coming here tomorrow and to give us a rundown of what's happening in his fields of football, in his community, and touch on a few stuff. Because he's very much active with Mullines United in Jamaica as well. And then on Thursday we have our cook and curry, same way. And we're going to continue with Chef Errol.
Yeah, for the most
Sinclair
part. Yes.
will be here again with another one of his riveting recipe and tropical delight. And on Friday, I have with us Kingdom Ambassador and gospel artist, Angel in Zion.
But I think you're going too fast, and you have missed out something.
Well, we missed out.
That we haven't told the audience yet.
Mm-hmm.
This week, Thursday, we are going to be starting a new feature. On Thursday, the second half of Thursday, after Cook and Curry, we're going to have two features. They're going to be alternate weeks. The first one will start this Thursday, and it's our Poetry Corner, where we'll have somebody reading their poetry or some form of poetry.
Mm-hmm. That's the pilot. It's a pilot. There's the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot. And the other side of it now, we're going to have the alternate week. Now we're going to have something like a sneak peek jam. We haven't really named it fully yet. But basically what it is that we're going to play some music of artists, starting with our artists, of things they have out on the press, just coming out, not out yet.
Sneak peek.
Yes, sneak peek. You can hear a little of what will be coming out from that particular artist soon, but you'll hear it first on the Real Stuff podcast. So those are two of the features that we're going to be having starting this Thursday.
All right.
There's another feature that we want to bring in, but there are a number of features. The other one is that we are going to start some little small, I don't know what you call it, Franco, some small packet series about a particular topic, and that will go for probably about 5 weeks. We're bringing experts about a particular topic, and they discuss and talk, tell us about it.
Yeah, and one that is in the can right now is marijuana.
Marijuana, yes. We're starting with that.
Yeah.
And then other thing we're moving to is more interactivity. We are looking at having probably once per month on a Friday where you can call into us and us anything Caribbean. We probably have a couple more people co-host with us at that time. So whatever your question is, we try and answer. So we have a whole interactive day, whole interactive show, and we will put out the means. You can WhatsApp us, or you can WhatsApp us with a voice note, or you can call us on the phone, call us on WhatsApp, or you can go in the chat room and chat with us there. So, we're hoping that we'll get a lot of participation and we'll get a lot of questions to bring out more information about our community.
And the best way to participate is to subscribe. So you can participate in the chat room. Yeah, subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah. And when you subscribe, you hit the bell. Why you need to hit the bell? Because we don't have to send you anything after that. YouTube will send you your live link every morning. That is automatic. When you subscribe, and you ring the bell meaning notification, and they will notify you as the program starts every show morning. So those are the new things we have coming up in October. In fact, Thursday is October 1st, Franco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these are all the things starting in October. So we are lined up for this Thursday for poetry already. So we'll take it from there. So you have your nice meal, and then you relax with some nice poetry.
Or music, depending.
Or new music. All of us love the old music, but we also want to know what is coming out. And the artists too, will appreciate feedback. So that thing. I don't know. Please give us your opinion. Mm-hmm. What you think of new features. We're not taking away anything. We're just enhancing the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you like.
And another thing, once it's a new music and we feature it, and it has been registered for you now on your musical platforms, whichever one you choose, we can play it as well. Because when it usually come out before we have it, rotating, we don't get hit from YouTube. Like if you hear we play Pam All song, and we can play all of it. That song been on our rotation list long before it come out. It's now out in store on the musical platforms, and so far we are in good. What you call it? In good light with all of these ID content, because it heard on us. It was played on us our show first.
Yeah, just like It's All Right from Wayne Harman.
Yes,
we can play
all that because we first played it.
Yeah,
so that is a plus for us right there too. Everything else that you ask us to play and we can't play it is a reason why, because if we play that, we're going to get flagged. And the more flag you get, you drop into a penalty box that if you go over a certain amount, the show might stop for like a day or two, and we don't want that. So as always, as I said, take care of yourself, your loved ones, and always remember, prayer changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue to pray. So with that, we ask Stefina to take us out.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know I send me a figure flee. Me have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye cleaver. Relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel I like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
Take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
I'm not the master guess who won't play your game. To all you move your arm, me wait to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Say no goodbye, you love me, take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. No goodbye, you love me, take me ourselves.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.